Hello and welcome to the April edition of our Town Topics video program. My name is Steve D'Oliveira. I am the town's PIO, Public Information Officer, and we've got a very, very interesting program for you this month. As you can see behind me is the town's micro apiary, urban apiary. We have approximately 400,000 bees living in the town in this facility right here. I'm not sure what they pay in taxes, but I don't think it's much. Besides a story about the apiary, we're going to be talking to Terry Ann Boyd Reynolds, our code officer, about sea turtle nesting and lighting on the beach. We're going to be talking with Dr. Samantha Danchuk from Broward County, who will inform us about the upcoming beach renourishment program. And we're also going to be talking to Lee Gottlieb of the Youth Environmental Alliance. And Lee has been very instrumental in getting the town's Sea Oats program underway, which started back in 2014. Anyway, if you're not aware of this, bees are very, very important to the environment. Bees actually pollinate about 75% of the world's crops, which produce about 90% of our food. This apiary right here, as I mentioned, has 400,000 bees. And we hope that when they produce enough honey, that eventually we'll be able to sell it over the farmers market across the street in El Prado Park. But we're not quite sure when that's going to be. Anyway, we've got an exciting program for you today, so sit back and enjoy. Thank you.
So this is interesting. I'll show you something really cool. This is a hive that's getting ready to swarm. Okay. That's a new queen inside there that they're making. The reason they're doing that is because it's the time of year. There's one that was in here there's another queen inside here. It's the time of year where the hives are expanding and they're going to go look for a new place to live. And what we're going to do is split this hive so they don't go to a new place.
Okay.
Apiaries do a number of things. First of all, unregistered, unmanaged hive in the state of Florida is considered a pest. All of our managed hives are considered livestock. The other thing too is that a lot of times feral hives in our communities end up getting exterminated. Instead of that, because we have these public apiaries, we now take the bees from the feral community and we put them into managed hives and they go back into agricultural production. We also upgrade, or I shouldn't say upgrade, but we change the queen because we're putting in high quality genetics. And that way we not only dilute any negative genetics in our apiaries, but we also transfer that same genetics into the drone congregation, so our feral community also gets better genetics.
Nice.
And that's the beauty of the micro apiary program, and that's why it's had so much success and it's got so much support throughout Broward, Dade, and Palm Beach County. I think Lauderdale-By-The-Sea, the commission, the mayor, city manager, Debbie, and also Ann Marchetti from the market. They were instrumental in making this possible here in Lauderdale-By-The-Sea. And one of the great things about this place is we do educational programs here, not only for adults and new beekeepers, but we also do it for visitors and people that come in town and they find out that they're not going to go to the bar every day, so maybe they're going to take a break and go to the beach, and then one day they might come over here. We'll put suits on them and then they can go inside these hives with us. We'll do inspections, show them everything that's going on inside the beehive.
Super.
So, it's a great program and we're really happy to be part of it.
Thanks very much.
Thank you very much.
So good morning. We're here in Lauderdale-By-The-Sea on this beautiful sunny day, and we are planting dunes sea oats on our beaches. My name is Lee Gottlieb, and I'm with the Youth Environmental Alliance, and I'm the Community Outreach Director for the organization. I'm also responsible for these type of projects in Lauderdale-By-The-Sea. We started this project back in 2014. Then Commissioner Mark Brown came to us and said, would you be interested in planting dunes on our beaches? And we said we would. We'd be very interested, considering that we just received substantial funding from Wells Fargo. So we started the project back in 2014 on the south end of the town, and we've literally been working our way up the beach and we've planted about 80% of the city using this volunteer-based model. To date, we've planted approximately 200,000 plants with volunteers. We've had hundreds and hundreds of volunteers from corporations like FP&L, like JM Family Foundation, Wells Fargo, of course, who was the original sponsor, Best Buy, Office Depot. So we've had support from our corporate sponsors. They've not only financially supported it, but they actually came out here with several thousand employees over the years, and they all say the same thing. The event that we're doing is one of the best green team building events that they've ever attended before.
How do sea oats and dunes help the environment and protect the beach?
So the sea oat is the primary dune building plant. The root system actually travels down below the surface up to 10 feet, and it creates a mesh below the surface that actually holds the sand in place. The green part, when it comes out of the ground, actually captures the wind-blown sand, so the dune actually accretes, actually rises out of the sand over time in a natural process.
And the dunes protect the property on the beach, correct?
The dunes provide several levels of property. It keeps the sand on beach, but also keeps the storm surge from going onto the property, which causes significant damage to the properties if the water actually reaches onto their property itself.
Awesome. And how much of Lauderdale-By-The-Sea has been covered with the sea oats?
Approximately 80% of the town has been planted utilizing this particular model, the volunteer-based model, and like I mentioned, we've engaged thousands of employees over the years, many of them large corporate sponsors.
Great, thank you.
My name is Terry Ann Boyd Reynolds, and I'm one of the inspectors here in the town of Lauderdale-By-The-Sea. We're currently on the beach. It's about to get dark. We just wanted to give you a quick run through of the things that we're expecting. Sea turtle season has begun. It starts March 1st and it runs through October 31st. And we just wanted to give you a brief overview of the things that we're expecting and looking for throughout the season. As I mentioned, I am one of the town's inspectors, so some of the things that we'll be looking for is to make sure that the lighting on the beach is kept to a minimum. We want to keep the lighting low. We want to keep the lighting shielded, and we want to keep the lighting long. So we want to make sure that when you change out these bulbs, amber lighting is preferred. So when you change out these bulbs to amber lighting, that you're making sure that you're having them shielded as well. That's for exterior lightings. We also want to talk about interior lightings because I'm not sure that everyone recognizes that that also is a problem. So we want to talk about interior lighting and what we could do to assist the sea turtles when they've hatched and they're headed back to the ocean, because the light does distract them. So we would recommend for interior lighting that you could either set those on a timer, but even if you do set them on a timer, that we would also recommend that you have the glasses tinted. If the glasses aren't tinted, then we would also recommend that at nighttime, once night comes down, that you would pull those shades, and then that will assist in not having the sea turtles being disoriented and headed back to land, which we never want. We want them to be headed back to the ocean. A couple other things we just want to mention is while you're enjoying the lovely beach and you're making those great sand castles, we would ask that you break those down once you're done, and then also with removing the beach chairs, and if any that you're used, move those back past the dunes so that they don't affect the sea turtles as well when they're headed out to the ocean. Another thing that we want to just quickly mention is not to smooth out the sand before in the morning. If you take those early morning walks on the beach, we would ask that you not smooth the sand out in the morning time, because that also can be a detriment to the sea turtles. All right, so welcome to our lovely town. Enjoy our beaches. Our sea turtle friends are here, and we're asking that you help us look out for them. All right, thank you, everyone.
Is there a number residents can call if they have any questions?
Sure, they can reach me at the Code Compliance Office at 954-640-4216. So if you see anything happening that you would like to report, you can definitely touch base with me. Again, that number is 954-640-4216.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
My name is Dr. Samantha Dancha. I am with Broward County's Environmental Protection and Growth Management Department, and I serve as the Assistant Chief of Resilience as well as the Capital Projects Administrator, and will be overseeing the beach program.
Samantha, tell us about the beach renourishment project that's going to be coming through Lauderdale-By-The-Sea.
So we are so fortunate. We have recently been awarded an $11 million project to place over or almost 400,000 cubic yards of sand along the Segment 2 Shore Protection Project, which extends from Pompano Beach through Fort Lauderdale. And that sand is part of Hurricane Irma flood control and coastal emergency project, and so that means that this project will actually be 100% federally funded. Typically, the county, the state, the local municipalities, and the federal government come together to fund these very important but expensive projects. This time, we're getting the benefit of some hurricane replacement projects, and so this project will begin in April, and they will work through April 30th. And then they'll come back again November 1st of this year to complete the project.
What are the chances of the work actually coming to Lauderdale-By-The-Sea before the end of April? I know that's kind of iffy because we're still waiting for the Army Corps to issue some final approvals, correct?
Right. So the Army Corps of Engineers is reviewing the pre-construction submittals for the project. As soon as they provide the notice to proceed, the project can begin. The contractor, Eastman Aggregates, has built this beach before, so they're very familiar with the access. They're doing their due diligence to prepare for the project. As soon as they receive that notice to proceed, they are ready to begin. And so it's really just a matter of this kind of final steps to begin the project. And so I anticipate that work will be done in April. And they have 2 crews that they plan on using, and so they will be trying to get as much done as they can. It's possible that they reach Lauderdale-by-the-Sea, but it's more than likely the full beach width will be built out in Lauderdale-by-the-Sea in November.
Great. And how much sand is being put on the beach in terms of how wide the beach will be widened?
Right, so it will vary, and so you'll see that sand will be placed along the dry beach across Lauderdale-by-the-Sea to about Hibiscus Avenue. And then south of that point, they'll be building out the full template. It will look exactly like the beaches that you've seen built before. We're building out the full permitted template of the beach. And the beach width will vary between 75 and 125 feet of dry beach width that you'll see.
Great, super, thank you. Hello everyone, Steve D'Oliveira back again to conclude the program. And that's it for April. We hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for watching. I am happy to report that I did not get stung filming inside the apiary without any protective gear at all. So if I had, I probably would have cut it from the program. Again, thank you for watching. Goodbye.